President Donald Trump has once again ignited political debate by declaring that Antifa will be formally designated as a terrorist organization. The announcement came on his Truth Social account during the early hours of Thursday morning UK time. In his post, Trump described Antifa as a dangerous and radical left-wing movement, vowing not only to classify it as a terrorist group, but also to push for investigations into individuals and organizations that allegedly fund it. What remains unclear, however, is how this designation would actually be carried out. Antifa is not a traditional organization with leaders, offices, or formal membership. Instead, it is more of a loosely connected movement of activists who identify with anti-fascist principles. This lack of centralized structure raises serious questions about who or what would be targeted under such a policy. Trump's announcement comes in the wake of rising tensions following the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Members of his administration have suggested that left-wing groups are responsible for fueling political violence, signaling that the government intends to crack down on what it views as coordinated efforts to create unrest. Critics, however, argue that this is an attempt to silence dissent and blur the lines between peaceful protest and extremist behavior. This is not the first time Trump has moved against Antifa. During his first term, he promised to classify the movement as a terrorist group, and then Attorney General William Barr described its actions as a form of domestic terrorism. But here lies a legal problem. While U.S. law allows the government to designate foreign organizations as terrorist entities, there is no equivalent legal pathway for doing the same to domestic movements. That means even if the designation is announced, the practical impact may be limited. Antifa itself is a broad label that applies to people with far-left views, often critical of mainstream political parties. In some states, small groups meet regularly, but overall the network is decentralized and without an official leadership. This makes it very different from traditional organizations that could be directly banned or prosecuted. In addition to this announcement, Trump has also suggested removing tax-exempt status from certain liberal nonprofit groups and even hinted at potential racketeering charges under RICO laws. He claims that left-wing agitators are being organized and financed to destabilize the country, calling for tougher penalties, including prison time. The move has drawn immediate reactions. Supporters applaud Trump for taking a hard stance against groups they see as violent and disruptive, while opponents accuse him of using the label of terrorism as a political weapon against ideological adversaries. For now, the legal and practical implications remain uncertain, but the announcement is already fueling heated debate across the country.